Hello, hello, hello. I'm Mark. This is a new channel I'm just starting, Emerald Thoth. Just for messages from the universe for you. General chat, some channeling, and just see what messages are out there for you, for me, for us, for the collective, for the world. So I'm just going to give this a go, and hopefully this resonates with you. Take whatever does, leave whatever doesn't. I'm just going to get some messages through from Spirit and see what comes through. I'm going to pull some oracle cards to help us along, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I hope you're all good. I'm going to start with one card from the Urban Crow Oracle to see what Spirit is saying today. In an ever-changing world that we're living in, sometimes it helps us to connect to each other online, through YouTube, in the astral. Okay, so the first message today is isolation. Pretty clear on this card. Crows are my shaman spirit guides, one of the most intelligent and industrious birds, often representing shadow work. And isolation, on this card, has rain coming down. There's a little bit of rain here in Surrey at the moment. The bird's quite somber in that isolation, and this is probably happening for a lot of people out there at the moment. A lot of light workers, periods of isolation and raising your vibration, I guess, because out there in the wider world there's a lot of changes, there's a lot of shifts, and there's a lot of things that can affect your energy. So even with the rain coming down and the flock far away at the moment for this crow, still quite somber in isolation, a lot like the Hermit card in tarot, and suggests a period where we're still trying to work things out on our own in our caves, and that's okay. I had a vision a couple of days ago from Spirit, and I was in a cave, and I imagined myself with wealth coins and things around, and Source took that away, as if to say, thank you birds, as if to say, you don't need those for wealth and abundance. Everything was in the cave, everything is within me, everything is within you, everything is within what we have on this earth, believe it or not, from what you see for other people. So now could be a period for you and for a lot of us of isolation, not forcing going out, not forcing socializing, because you are changing your vibration and your perspective and your consciousness, and that's okay. Okay, let's get a message from the ancestors. This is Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle. Let's see what's following on from isolation. Altar of Earth, limitless prosperity. So, on this card, very kind of Queen of Pentacles equivalent. There's abundance in the card. There's a big coin. There's 4 hands. That makes light work. This suggests, following on from the isolation, there is abundance and prosperity. I mentioned in that vision in the cave, in communing with Spirit, that there was abundance in there. And when I imagine material abundance and wealth and actual coins, the message was that's not necessarily the abundance. That can come, that can flow. But the way the economic structure of the world is right now, that's not necessarily going to be the case, realistically, in the 3D. And so the abundance that we have at this moment in time, a lot of us who are shifted, you may have just woken up, like me in the last couple of years. You may have been awake for a while. But that sense of abundance is within you. It's everything around you. It's the earth. You can see in this card, a lot of the prosperity is not necessarily that coin, but the flourishing earth around it. And really, a flourishing earth is abundance and prosperity for all of us. But the key is yourself. The key is that lone bird, shadow worker, light worker, both the same in a way. So it does suggest that there is abundance and prosperity out there for you, and it can flow in terms of numbers in a bank account and options and ways to go in the world, but it starts with feeling abundant just as you are. Okay, I'm going to take a Divine Masters Oracle. That was obviously a message more from the ancestors to let you know, and in the 5D things are a lot more simpler, and that's where any ancestors may be, and guides spirit guides that aren't necessarily on this earthly realm anymore. Let's try and get one from the Divine Masters. Mut, Divine Intervention. Also on the card it says, weigh up your options, choose the highest good. So we could be in that cave period, that isolation here. Mut is very much reminding of the Justice card, that element of the weighing of the heart. There's a bright light surrounding her, both arms raised. Choose the highest good. So I think that's the question now that's being asked to a lot of us, those who are ascending, those who are waking up with more consciousness. I mean, everybody is in a way, but if you're drawn to a channel like this, then it's probably more in a spiritual sense. You get what that means, it's just a term. But he's asking you, and that's the challenge at the moment of all the shifts in the world. It's all a challenge, it's a test, it's karma. It's what are you going to do? What choice are you going to take? What is that limitless prosperity for you? And how does it work best for you and for everyone around you? That could mean more boundaries being created so you can give more to where it's needed, or cutting off certain connections. And when we talk about cutting cords and things like this, sometimes it's just loosening cords. Sometimes it's, okay, that's my family, that's my friends, and this is my soul tribe, rather than throwing it all away or none of it at all. So Mark's coming in to say, what choices are you going to make? What is the way forward for you? How do you balance the scales yourself? Because that power is within you as much as it's divinely led as well. It'll always be divinely led. It's just how much you following the path. Okay, I'm going to take one last card from the Time Traveler's Oracle. Very portally. Just to see a final message from Spirit for this reading today. Reflection. It's got Mount Shasta's moon, California. We've just come out of, just had a full moon in Libra. Full moons are a time of release, the culmination of the last 28 days or so. A big, bright, shining moon on this card. The mountains are about enduring struggles and paths and climaxes and journeys. And the lake underneath with the reflection of the moon. So with isolation, there is a period of reflection, that idea of in the cave, and it's what we're finding in those caves within ourselves, in those moments of meditation. What are we finding? Who are we finding? Who are we is the real question. Because what are we is changing and shifting, and the world is reviewing the figures that we put up and uphold and the power structures that we have, for sure. You just have to look at America as an easy example, but it's everywhere. And so reflection asks us, what are we finding in the cave? What are the messages we're getting? How are we aligning and speaking to Source, to Spirit, to our ancestors, to our alien guides, to our spirit guides, to our angels? And it's asking, as we climb that mountain, as we sit at the bottom of the lake and we look into the waters, our emotions, where do we want to go next? Who do we want to be before we take those first steps? And so right now, there's never any rush. There's not such a rush right now, but you may be frustrated, and it would be a frustrating time, because sometimes it's when you're closest to the finish line, or when you're ready to start the journey and your feet haven't moved, that is the most frustrating time. It's always before the dawn that the twilight breaks. And at the moment, a lot of us may be in the twilight. But the dawn is coming, and it's always changing, and it's always circular and cyclical. So, be patient, have faith, and reflect on where you want to go and who you want to be, because I can guarantee you that for all the frustrations and all the being held back and all the things that are going wrong and not quite working right now, there are reasons for it, and you're being called to more. And it's a back and forth. Each day is changing, and if you have woken up as such, I probably bet that you wouldn't have had it any other way. But the journey can be long, the journey can be tough, but that's what maybe gives it more of the value. So weigh up your options and choose the highest good. Okay. Thank you for joining in. Hopefully this resonates with you, and I'll post more, and hopefully we can tap in and just help each other grow and evolve on this journey of life. Namaste.